Hi, my name is Nick Squires, and I'm doing a quick video about telekinesis. This is the simplest way to move things with your mind. Most of the videos show people moving things with their hands, and really it's not telekinesis. But because what happens is if you take a spindle, which most videos show, and put your hands near that spindle, the heat from your hands actually moves the spindle around. So that to me is not telekinesis. That is just science, because you can do that's easy to do. What I do is I actually I try to not that I try. I suggest to move an object with my mind. Now this took a long time. This is not a long time. It took some time. At first I was very skeptical that you could do this. People that are around you that are very skeptical or deter you from the thought of, yes, you can do this, you want to stay away from those people because it distracts you. And it doesn't matter. I mean, it's all about proving it to yourself. And I've proven it to myself, and I think that's the biggest thing. Once you can prove it to yourself, that's when you can do it. So one of the things that I've started with is you want to start easy. You don't want to start hard. You don't want to say, oh, I'm going to move a printer or whatever it may be. I'm going to uproot a tree. That's not going to happen. So you start simple by what I started with was just this Hershey's wrapper here. This Hershey's wrapper is, it's very thin. It's very simple. And what I do is I hold it in my hand for, let's say 20 minutes and just kind of feel it and just try to get a feel for that material and just spend some time looking at it. One of the things that I like to do is put it on something, like see how the air moves the object, kind of move it up and down, and I'll show you here. And what I do is I take a plate, and that plate I use is kind of on here, I'll show you. It just kind of sits there. It's I fold it in half, and then I take the Hershey's wrapper and I put it on there. And this is a very simple way to move something because it's already kind of wobbling. And you see how it's wobbling right there? You want to do that a bunch of times. You want to actually push on it or blow on it and kind of see its movements. So I'm just gonna go blow on it. And you want to see that movement going back and forth. The reason why that's important is when you see the movement, you want to recreate those images, recreate those things in your mind. And that's the most important thing, is you're recreating those that movement in your mind. So a good way to start, or what I did, is I take a huge breath, and it comes from right here. And then it comes up, and you can feel the energy coming up. And then I find a spot in my brain where I go boom, and I hit it hard, and try to move it. One of the things that's worked for me is you want to think kind of like that you're an idiot, that you're in this state of being an idiot. You're just kind of, your mind's completely clear, and you want to think of your brain like a FM radio, right? Your FM radio is going off, and you're going like this. Okay, this thing that's in my hand, this Hershey's wrapper, I'm directly connected to this wrapper. It's part of me, and you can do that by, again, holding it for a long time. You want to just kind of get a feel for it. Once you get that feel for it, you put it again on here. And when how I started is I just kind of went down on my knee, and I would go down like this. And when I would focus that, again, completely focus, I'm not thinking of anything else, very simple, very, not trying, just like, your mind's just like, dun, dun. That's what you do. You're suggesting that Hershey's wrapper to move. You're not forcing it. You're not saying, hey, you got to move. You're not yelling at it. You're just suggesting it. And by doing so, it will move. I mean, it will, but it takes some time to get to that level. Now, your body is this huge, massive thing of energy, right? You can feel it. Go listen to a song that you love, and you know, you get those tingles all over your body. That's the energy that your body is putting out. It's no different than the brain. The brain can put out energy onto something and move it. I know physics says it's not true, whatever it may be, but I'm going to show you. And when you do it, and people will just say, "Oh, that was the wind," or "That was wind displacement," or whatever. That's fine. I don't care, because I know in my heart that it is actually true, that you can truly move things in your mind. Honest to God, I've showed so many people and they are dumbfounded. And you know, the video doesn't do it justice, because me showing you a video of me moving a wrapper, it's so easy to debunk, right? Yeah, oh, he moved towards it, it fell off, or what. But I don't care. And just those people, just forget, okay? Those are skeptics. Let them be skeptics. Don't think about them. I was somewhat skeptical until I did it. And once I did it, I said, "Whoa!" At first, you're like, "Nah, there's no way. There's no way I just did this." But as time progresses and as you continue to do it, you'll get better. And as I got better, I was able to control ping pong balls and the way that they moved. And things like that. I'm still, believe me, I'm not great at it, but it takes time. You got to really give it time, and something that you really have to, you know, not even so much try at. You just have to be in that mindset. So on this this wrapper, you see the scan bar, the barcode, and that to me is where I started. I started by focusing on that barcode, and I focus on that barcode, and I'd be, again, in the state of mind, I would do this. Take a big breath. Take all the energy that comes from here. Come all the way up here. Now your brain frequency is tuned directly on that Hershey's wrapper. Now that it's tuned on that, I'm not trying. I take like a knee. You just take a knee like this, and then you take that energy and boom, you hit it on the wrapper, and the wrapper will move back and forth. Now, why it's important that you keep looking at the wrapper moving is because you're emulating that in your brain. You're emulating that wrapper moving just like you saw a minute ago. And doing this is, it takes time. You have to do it many times. If you're around somebody that says, "No, this is impossible," and you're trying to show somebody this, and you become anxious, you'll never be able to show them, because you have to be in a state of mind where that energy is free flowing. Now, when you're around anxious people or you know, people that don't think that it's possible, you're taking their energy in, and you're never going to do it. So I'm going to show a couple of videos of what I have done and some of the things that I've taught people to do, my cousin and some other people, and you know, no matter what, I'm going to get comments say, "No, he just blew it," or whatever. I don't care. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to show you someone that believes it can do it. So again, so this is how I would start. Take a big breath. Come in with my frequency, which I feel like is right here. And every object has a different frequency in your mind. And then you go, I take a little, like this is how I started. I take a little knee. And then I look at that barcode and I flip it. I just watch myself or think of myself moving that object, or just moving it a little bit back and forth. You don't have to flip it. Just move it a little bit. And that's going to start the process of you believing in yourself and believing that, wow, this is actually going to happen. The first 20 times, 30 times I did it, I said it's the wind or whatever. You can't, it's so hard for you to believe that you actually can do it. I'm at a point, I'm 110% that I can do that. I can sit down now without without going down on my knee and move the object just by itself. And that took me a long time. The reason why it's important that when you start, when you start to go down on your knee, is that you're taking all the energy from your brain, and when you hit the floor, you're like zapping it. That's the way I think. You're like, boom, I just hit it. And then that will start the movement. It's all about when you're trying to make something move, you want to just bam, hit it, bam, hit it. And that's why when it doesn't work, you get back up and try it again. Back up and try it again. And it's all, you have to have the mindset that, I don't know how else to say it, but like you're an idiot. That you're just like everything in your mind is just doesn't matter. You're just like, and then you focus on that rapper, and I think of it as a frequency here, and then wham, you hit it. That is the easiest way for telekinesis, for moving something with your mind. And it's very simple. Like, it really is. I think what happens is people think too much about it, that they're trying too hard, when really it's the exact opposite. Don't try. You're suggesting for that thing to move. You're not forcing it, you're suggesting. And by watching it move within the wind or whatever it may be, or how it tilts, then you're suggesting that. You're suggesting it moves up and down, back and forth, or whatever it may be. So hold it in your hand, 20 minutes, whatever. Get a feel for it. You know, feel, okay, this Hershey wrapper is, you know, the material feels like this, or whatever it may be. It doesn't matter what you use. I can do paper. I can flip paper. I can move any piece of paper. And I'll show you the videos at the end. And again, people, you're welcome to say, oh, this is a bunch of crap. I don't care, because I've probably shown 50, 60 people. It doesn't matter. Each person that I've shown goes, okay, that's insane. Like, I can't believe that's actually possible. And it is. It's totally possible. You can do it. I can do it. Any human being in the world can do it. But it takes time, and it takes belief. And not only belief, it's more of just being in that subconscious mind. It's being in that mind where you're just like, okay, I'm just going to do this. And when you do it, it's unbelievable. Why? Because you feel like, if I can do this, if I can move an object with my mind, what else can I do? You know, it opens up all these new doors of possibilities that you never knew about. And it's awesome. It's really awesome. So I'll just show you a few videos, and I hope my explanation was good enough for you to do it. I've pretty much what I've said to everybody else, what I said on this video. And, you know, give it a try and tell me, you know, let me know in the comments if you were able to do it or not. Have a great day, guys, and bye.
I'm not going to film this one.
No, film it.
No, just do some practice rounds.
Yeah, film it, though. No breath. All right, let's try it again. Did you see it?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can flip.
This is Isis Nicky with his hairy nips. He will be moving this. There it is.
Did you see it was a teeny one?
What's that?
Did you see the movement? I was so close. Alright, I'll do it. Tell me when
You good? Good.
Oh man, it's so hard to do on
All right, here's the plan. Do it 3 times, and then
all right.
yeah. I'm not. Yeah.
Time up.
Good.